It is time for more Minecraft Bingo. I've got one of this week's challenge seeds for Bingo, seed 6807, with the card pictured here. Looking at this card, the top row is plausible, but the third column looks like it's really good and reliable. It's going to require 10 iron and some redstone. And so we might need to mine the redstone, so possibly 13 iron. But then the ink sac is easy to get, the brick is easy to get, and the sign is really easy to get. So I think I'm going to go for that. And on top of that, we start near the ocean. And in order to dig down to redstone, it might actually make sense to go to the bottom of the ocean. And since I'll already have crafted a sign, to use the sign as kind of like a breathing apparatus and just start digging underneath the ocean, I think. And so I think I'm actually going to give that a try. It's a little bit crazy, but that is the plan. I'm going to need a little bit of extra wood for the signs. I'll probably need 7 pieces of wood all told, and then a little bit of stone to get my tools, and then make sure we kill the squid and get the clay, and then I can head downstairs. I'm trying to review it beforehand, because this potentially could be a really quick card. Oh, it does look like there's a little cave right there to possibly get some stone. We'll take a closer look at that in just a moment. Yes, there's definitely a cave down there to get some stone, and we should peek in, because if it happens to have a dungeon with the redstone, that would be an even quicker way to complete this card. But other than that, it looks like right over here there's some very deep water, and there are some squids who have spawned right near spawn as well, so that works in my favor. Alright, but let's run over here, and I think I'll get just 4 pieces of wood to start in order to get basic tools, and then once I have an axe, I'll chop down a little bit more wood. But let's run over to this cave to get our stone and to see if there's an easy dungeon. I don't think I'm seeing one, but we'll at least peek around the corner. Alright, and so we'll do this. Make our initial pickaxe. You guys know the drill. I don't hear any monsters also, which suggests that there's not a dungeon too nearby. Otherwise, they'd already be spawning. But maybe there could be one like just down a hallway. So we'll try to walk over here in case there's like a visible hallway that has a monster spawner down it. And I do happen to see a bit of iron right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and grab a little bit of that. Can I see any coal anywhere too? There's a creeper. That is not coal. Alright, there's a creeper coming after me. I don't think he really saw me. So I'm going to do... Actually, I don't need the sword, really, do I? So let's not worry about that. And let's worry about going ahead and grabbing an extra one of these, because I am going to need a furnace. And let's get these tools in the correct locations. Alright, but let's go chop down the rest of our tree, kill our squid, etc., etc. I think I will go ahead and, even though it's going to use some wood, chop that down. Or sorry, use the wood to do that, and then I'll get 1 extra piece of wood like that. And I don't think I'm going to need any food, and so I'm not going to worry about that. And we got 1 piece of iron going. Okay, great. Oh, I forgot to make the sign. That is very important. So let's make our 3 signs. And then a couple of them will be useful in just a moment. And clay, I see some clay over here. Okay. And so I have the sign on my bar. I do have some type of block on my bar, although it's iron, which is not ideal, but that's okay. But we're going to grab this. And then where... I know I saw squids a moment ago. Okay, there's a squid. I'm going to go get that squid, and then I'm going to try to go deep down here and dig down. Okay, we managed to get the whatchamacallit, and now we're going to try to use the sign to get a breath of fresh air. Right here. There we go. Alright. And now I can do this, and then I guess place another sign here. Sure. And now we're already down at layer 33. Okay, so we got down really quickly. And I'm going to want an iron pick actually as soon as possible, and so let me go ahead and place my furnace and get the rest of this cooking up. And at this point, I'm already down to layer 26. Yeah, let's start stair-stepping and see if we hear anything. Then we'll be able to get back to the furnace. Alright, all I need to find is some more iron. And, okay, here's the iron. And the redstone. Okay, at this point, my iron pick is probably ready, so let's go switch to it, because it'll make things faster. Grab that. We'll go ahead and get this going. I can throw those in there, too. Iron pick. Which I'll need for the redstone. And I don't need this right now. The other thing I could do is I could try to cook this. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that really quick while I'm thinking about it. Oops. All right, that's fine. I can afford to do that. All right, and so then all we need, and then we're going to need to make the rails. Okay, we're going to need to make the rails, and we're going to need to get the compass. Okay, great. All right. And so that's going to require our 10 iron, and I think we're up to 3 pieces right now. And once again, what level am I at? Yeah, 18. Okay, so we're just getting down to redstone level right now. And I think I hear water to my left. So I'm going to make a left-hand turn to try to get into a cave. We're just coming up on 5 minutes right now. I don't hear the water anymore, though. Here's some coal. So since I have that now, let's go ahead and start cooking that up again and hope that we dig in some more iron. Alright, I thought I heard some water over this way. Haven't found it, but I did manage to find another pocket of iron. So let's go get that cooking up once again. Over here. And I'm going to start digging the other way. Because if I don't find a cave, it really doesn't matter which direction I dig. Or that is to say, I don't know which direction is going to be better, so any direction's as good as any other. Keep thinking I hear things, but not sure that I actually do. I should leave that in there in case I need it. And we still need a little bit more of that. Okay, I'm going to start digging down a little bit. Okay, here we go. Here's another pocket of iron. That was fortunate. I think that's all the iron I'm going to need. Yeah, I definitely have enough iron now, so now we just need redstone. Oh, and I definitely hear some lava down this way. Get out of my way, iron. I need redstone. Redstone, where are you? There's redstone. Hooray. And I've heard a lot of lava, but haven't managed to find any of it. So a little bit unlucky in terms of digging around and not finding a cave down here. But overall, not bad. It looks like I got some extra. That is fine. So we will do this. And we will do this. And that is bingo in 7 minutes, 21 seconds. So not as fast as I was hoping for. But I was kind of happy to have tried that strategy of going underwater so that you had less digging to do to get down to the redstone layer. Didn't get lucky with the cave. But we can go ahead and click this line and take a look at our final bingo card. I believe we got, yes, sniper bingo. Right down the center line that we were going for, 721. As always, I look forward to comparing scores with all of you and hope that you guys are having a great day. Bye-bye.